Hello, welcome to your special spring readings. The vernal equinox marks the time of year to the seasonal shift into spring, bringing in warmer weather in the northern hemisphere and the commencement of the winter thaw. Of course, in the southern hemisphere, it is the beginning of autumn. Spring officially starts on March 20th at 3:29 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The equinox means equal amount of day and night. Equa meaning equal, and nox meaning night in Latin. This is where astrologers set the marking point of 0 degrees Aries, creating the Western tropical zodiacal system. There are many cultural traditions that vary as to when the new year actually begins. In some cultures and religions, especially among astrologers, spring is seen as the initiation of the real new year, being that it is based upon the nature's season and not a man-made calendar year. But either way, it is an important time for us to awaken and emerge from the chrysalis of winter and put our dreams into action. Now would be a seasonally supportive time to honor your true passions by doing what you had envisioned during the winter months. I wanted to briefly share as to what I saw as being the most appropriate card to represent spring as the Sun card. And if it happens to show up in any of your readings, consider it a bonus. All right, so we see the sun as the bringer of light and warmth, which marks the seasons changing. We see the flowers here are in bloom, especially sunflowers in this card. We see this naked child as a sign of innocence and joy. And he's holding this red banner announcing a significant event that brings promise of hope and positive changes. We see the horse as a symbol for power and strength that the sun brings in its solar power. And finally, we have this wall here in the background, which is a distinct marker or barrier between one thing and another. In this case, it is the changing of the seasons. I may actually make a more in-depth video of this card's symbology on my channel's tarot tutorial playlist. But without any further delay, let's get started with your readings. Happy spring, everyone. Cancer. For your spring reading, I will be selecting cards from the Illuminati Tarot deck for each month. The first card will be for the remainder of March from the 20th to the 31st. The second card will be for April and the third for May. And the fourth card for June up until the start of the summer season on the 20th. I will then select a playing card for either advice and or clarification or confirmation on the reading. And lastly, I will select a card from the Angels of Light Cards of Clarity Oracle deck to see which angelic energy will be assisting you this season. Show me the cards for Cancers. There's several that fell out there. Alright, Seven of Wands, the Death card, the Princess of Wands, and the Prince of Wands. Six of Swords energy. Okay. So the Six of Swords is about moving on and moving forward and not looking behind you towards the past. Okay, so there may have been some things in the past that were painful to learn from, painful learning lessons. It could have been challenges, but you're no longer wanting to be in that, dwell in that. You really are moving forward. You're wanting to move forward and you're making the effort to do that. Okay, I do see an image of like this woman, and I'm really being drawn to her. She's like kind of bent over. It looks like some sort of discomfort. And she's like holding her stomach here. So something may have been in the past difficult to digest, or something that brought you some sort of discomfort. Now, whether it was a digestion issue physically, or it could just be like life's challenges, life's issues were and are hard to digest, hard to assimilate, break down. Okay. And it just looks like you are sort of leaving that behind, but the pain of whatever that disappointment was still stings. You don't forget it, but you're moving on from it. Okay. So you have the Seven of Wands. This card came up for Aries in this position for March, okay, as well. So the Seven of Wands is about tackling many things at once. It's about responding to the demands of other people. And actually, it's really about having to prove yourself and living up to, like, you know, the standards of other people, what they've set on you, the people's expectations, cultural expectations, societal norms, those sorts of things that you have to sort of respond to, whether you want to or not. And it looks like you are on top of it. You are in control. Just like you're sort of in control of where you're headed here in the future, you're steering the boat forward. It's a choice to no longer live in the drama of the past, okay? And I do see this Seven of Wands energy is like you are on top of the chaos here, okay? And I feel like this isn't anything that you can't handle. You're sort of proving your strength, proving what you're made of. The energy is really there for you for March. And there could be some people around you that just demand too much of you. Okay? There's something or someone in your life that is just like no longer needed. It's no longer necessary. It's coming to an end. You have the Death card, which is about, you know, it's the reaper. It is, you know, reaping what you've sown karmically. Whether you've sown good seeds or you've sown bad seeds or a little bit of both, everything's sort of coming to harvest here. And I do feel like the Death card is like that end that you may be hoping for, you may be looking for, and it's also a bittersweet is kind of what I'm feeling with this card. You're moving on from the past. There's something that feels a little bit bittersweet about it. It's necessary, but it's the pain or that sting, I guess, still sort of lingers. This is sort of the energy that I'm getting for you for April. So there's a major change, a major transformation that's happening in your life in April. Okay? And it's necessary for you to grow. Then you have, after this sort of dying down process of the energy is sort of, you know, coming to rest. Something, you're coming to terms with something or someone that is just a situation, whatever it may be, that is no longer serving you, that is no longer needed. Then it's like after a period of rest, I don't feel like it's going to take that long. I feel like it may take about 6 weeks, a month to about 6 weeks, anywhere in there. Then you're sort of fired up again. Then you're sort of feeling like you're coming back to life, okay? You're bringing something back to life. You're putting your energy and your passion into your work, into your relationships, into yourself, okay? Feeling renewed, okay? So the Princess of Wands is like, you know, embracing your passion. And it's also a card about, you know, if you don't know where you're going, you're moving forward regardless. If you don't know where the destination is, that's okay, because it looks like you're going to be paying attention to the signs and symbols around you. You're going to be listening to Spirit here in May, and you're going to be guided. And I do see that you're going to get some valuable messages if you really listen. And I feel like because you've gone through this period of rest and quiet and allowing something to sort of naturally die down, you're going to be in that space where you're able to hear, where you're able to pick up those signs. Now, the Death card is not bad. Everyone fears the Death card. Everyone fears the Tower and the Devil, but they all serve a purpose. The Death card is about natural endings. This isn't something unnatural or unexpected. The Death card is about that, like, the seasons are changing. It's like the end of winter. It's, you know, a slow, gradual thing that is of a natural process. It's not like some, you know, fatal car accident or some terminal illness that just suddenly comes on out of nowhere. This has been something that is like a natural ending, okay? And those are easier to deal with. Natural, everything is made up of cycles in our lives, births and deaths, on many different levels. So it just looks like, you know, you're springing back now, springing back to life in spring. And that really happens for you in May. Now, June, it looks like you're really taking this and running with it very literally, because you have this wand in your hand and you're going, yes, I'm now, you know, coming to terms with something. I'm now coming back to life, and now you're moving. You're doing something about it instead of just observing and picking up the signals. Now you're in motion with the Prince of Wands. Okay, so you could be taking short trips here back and forth, but I feel like you're just motivated and you're owning more of that power, and you're feeling more and more excited, and it's sort of building on itself. Okay, so this, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to add. I feel like there's something about your faith and belief being restored. That's the last message that I was getting from that. Now I want to go ahead and pull a playing card for advice, clarification, or confirmation for you, Cancers. Let's see what we have here. Show me the card for Cancer for spring. Ten of Wands. Okay, I feel like this relates to the Seven of Wands. You know that something needs to change, okay? Because it's like weighing on you. It's causing you pain. It could be even causing you physical pain, like back pain. If you're noticing things that come up in your body, it's your body is trying to tell you that something is not right within your environment. Your body communicates with your soul and the environment around you. It's sort of that, you know, interceptor. I don't know, that it's a tool that communicates with you. So if your body is saying something, like if you're feeling tired all the time, or if something is aching, if you're getting migraines, you know, or if you're getting neck pains, like, who is a pain in the neck to you? Literally. So I feel like this has to do with like body issues. I did mention surgery. Some of you may be having some sort of minor like operation or surgery that you've been waiting for some time to sort of clear up an issue. There's something that needs to be cleared up, and I do feel like it has to do with either your health, or if it's not like with your body, then it's someone around you that's just too demanding on your time, on your energy, and it's like it's really just causing you know, pains. I did see again this sort of like this digestive issue, this pain here. I don't know why this keeps coming up, but I do feel like the second half here of spring, you're going to be feeling much better, much more energy, much lighter, and you're sort of dancing around again. So, looks like whatever this is that you need to clear up, you're going to take care of it, and you'll feel much better afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a card here from the Angels of Light deck to see which angelic energy will be around you this spring. I feel like it's this one. Huh. Perfect. Angel of release. Release, letting go, dying down, transformation, all of that. That's the death card here. So it's something very important for you to move on from, moving into a positive direction where things are smoother, things feel better, you're feeling better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. It says, the angel of release. The physical world has provided you with many growth opportunities, some of which have left you feeling wounded. The angel of release assists you in learning from those situations and then moving beyond them into a place of freedom and power. Ask for this angelic help to aid you in releasing old energy and emotions. I think this has been very clear. If you have any additional insights or comments or questions about what I've shared with you here, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Your input is definitely welcome. So thank you for liking and sharing my videos and for subscribing to my channel. I will see you in the upcoming videos.